Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, call halal Yahawah, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rakha Kudash, Rakha Yahawah, Rakha Yahushai, Rakha Yahawah, Rakha Yahushai, Rakha Yahawah, Rakha Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakha Kudash, Rakha and the water Yahawah, Bahashem Yahushai for the spirit and truth. And as always, double honors to my apostles, the elders of great millstone who were well. Alright, that have taught me this truth through the spirit, Rakha. Alright. Salutations to the Zaquanian Wa'akim across the four corners of the earth that's teaching this truth in sincerity, faith, and honesty, person towards the mark of salvation. Alright, Shalom, Mahabachariam, Sharia Sha'alam, which is peace and love to the Lord's elect of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Alright, we are the Hebrew Israelites. Our new brother Kwame Yashal and the spirit of probably Yahuawah. Alright, as you can see from the title, alright, you have to look at it spiritually. Alright, and that's pretty much, this video is first and foremost to myself, right, to you younger Akim. Alright, that's why I'm doing this video for you younger brothers out there, like myself, right, as well. You have to look at it spiritually, right, and this video is inspired by YAHAWASHI and from the elder in Dallas, I forgot his name, but his channel is GMS in Rome, Lions on Fire, and pretty much, the video was so beautiful. Not only did I re-upload it, but it boosted my faith, man. All right, and I was thinking, meditating on a few precepts on. That's why you have to look at everything spiritual, because, you know, a question that I have for you younger brothers is, would you want to go through a physical fire? All right, you know, question, you have to ask yourself that question. Would you rather go through a physical fire or a spiritual fire? Do not the scriptures say, there cometh one that shall baptize thee with fire and with spirit? All right, this is the stage. These are the stages of purification. All right, this is what's required of us to be righteous, to be holy, man. All right, this is the path. All right, that's straight and narrow. All right, of hardship and difficulty and persecutions. All right, and sufferings. All right, to life and peace. All right, and we have to go through that, man. You have to look at it spiritually. All right, because, and you got to pray that the Heavenly Father do not take the spirit from you, because you would look at it carnal when you would bug out. You have to remain spiritual. All right, because if you're not going through these things, then you're not going through a purification. Then you're not gold, because gold is tried in the fire, man. You have to go through these things, man, and you have to look at it spiritually. All right, scriptures say all that live godly shall suffer persecution. You have to apply that, man. All right. You have to apply these things, man. Okay? So first precept is Proverbs 3:11. It says, my son, despise not the chastening of YAHAWASHI, neither be weary of his correction. Right? So we're being corrected. All right? When we're going through these things, the Lord is looking upon you and he's afflicting you. All right? Because of what? The scriptures say in Psalms, matter of fact, let me grab that. One of my favorite precepts. All right? Applying this. All right, and like I say, this video is first and foremost to myself and to you younger Akim. Psalms 119, verse, I'm gonna start from 70. Their heart is as fat as grass, but I delight in thy law. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Right, so it's better that we be afflicted, so that we can learn the way of righteousness. And when you look at the examples that were set before us in the spirit, all right, according to the scriptures, the greatest example of them all, which is Hamashiach YAHAWASHI, the Lord, all right, our Savior, which under no other name shall we be saved. All right, when you look at the greatest example, what did he do? All right, he suffered persecution. All right, he was going through certain, which he did for the whole nation of Israel. He went through things that no man can ever go through, man. All right, and the things that he did, the scriptures say the books cannot contain. All right, when fame came abroad, he departed. All right, but what did he do? He suffered, and he looked at it spiritual. He knew that he had to go through these things and drink of that cup. Scriptures say we shall drink of that cup too. But what he's seen the light at the end of that tunnel, man. This is all about looking at that light at the end of the tunnel, man. All right. And that light is life, man. Because the scriptures say in him was that light, and that light was the life of man. All right. So at the end of this tunnel is light and life. And you have to understand that. And this tunnel full of darkness. Scripture say, though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Be not afraid, fear not. Be neither dismayed at the signs in heaven, man. You have to apply these things, man. All right? The scriptures say we are made a spectacle unto the world. The angels watching us, man. All right? And most importantly, YAHAWASHI is watching us. So we have to apply these things spiritually, man. That's our power, man. Rely on the source, okay? So look at it spiritually, man. If you're going through things, all right, then you are being as gold, all right? So that, once again, all right, it is good for me to be afflicted, Psalms 119:71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, right? Because when you're going through hardships, that make you that make you what you are, man. All right, you don't just get to the championship and win a game and then get the ring. No, man, you have to go through finals, man. Here it is, they got like 82 games before they actually get to the finals. And then you don't even just get to the finals and play one game. You got to go through game 7, man. All right, you got to get to 7 games. All right. But, and that's a spirit. I was watching Zion Williamson highlights. I was looking at it spiritually. All right. And I was like, damn, that's crazy, man. Because look at the drive that these athletes have for what they believe in, man. All right. And the more they go through their difficulties, all right, in the stages to win that game, all right, it's like winning a championship for them, man. The closer they get to the end, even if they gotta go on overtime, what it brings out the better in them, man. All right. So the closer we get to the end, then shall we know who are my chosen, man. All right. The closer we get, the closer we get to the end, the harder it's gonna get, and the more spiritual it's gonna get. And you want to already be in that spirit of understanding these things if thou continue in the things which thou hast learned, man. All right? You have to look at it spiritually. Okay? All right? We in game 7 right now, man. All right? And spiritually we dominating, man. This is not the time to, in the last quarter, to give it all up, man. No, you got to give it all you got, man. All right? Okay, and we winning by a long distance when it comes down to the spirit, because prophecy is being fulfilled. YAHAWASHI coming back, man. The signs of YAHAWASHI, all right, it's ringing, man. All right, it's ringing loud. That trumpet is being blown daily, man. All right, and the signs of his warning is loud, man. Okay, nations are afraid, man. Okay, because prophecy is being fulfilled, man. All right, so you got to look at it spiritually. Okay, it says, Proverbs 3:11, my son, despise not the chastity of YAHAWASHI, right? That word despise means to think little or to look down upon, man. So don't look down upon your tribulations and the things that you struggle. Are you suffering, man? Because you always been struggling, man. And you always been suffering. That's why he said, have not chosen the poor. We have faith. And you have to rely on that source. You have to rely on that faith. All right? Because that's that spiritual connection between you and YAHAWASHI, man. And YAHAWASHI is that divine power that's making intercessions. All right? He's that mediator that's making intercessions of our prayers, man. You have to believe in that, man. You have to believe. Because if you don't believe, then what? What are you in the truth for, man? What were you giving the truth for? You have to believe. You have to look at it spiritually. Scripture say, greater is he that is in you, man. That's why scripture say, my grace is sufficient for you, man. The Lord already gave us grace, man. And faith. Well, what else do you need? And that's like having spirit. That's like being on the ball. That's like being on the court with spiritual powers, man. You dominating the game. You're a creative player, man. All right. You play 2K. All right. And you get the creative player 99 overall. We 99 overall already, man. All right. You have to, if thou continue in the things which thou hast learned, apply. The scriptures say, keep that which thou hast, hold fast to that which thou hast. Let no man take thy crown. You got a crown, you gotta fight for it, man. An incorruptible crown at that. How can you fight for the majesty of YAHAWASHI? You're not going through sufferings, man. Okay? Because you have to be, it has to be brought out of you, man. All right? You have to rely on that source and look at it spiritually, man. All right? Verse 12. For whom YAHAWASHI loveth, he corrected, right? So if you're not being corrected, All right, the Lord just don't love you. He's not dealing with you. You just an average Jake out here, man. You a basketball player, man. All right? Okay? You known. Everybody know you. All right? No, I don't want to be known here, man. Okay? We don't want to be known. We have a job to do. Fame is going to come with that according to Zephaniah 3, if I'm not mistaken. It says, I shall give you fame and but that's going to come because of the doctrine, man. People are going to look for this truth, and they're not going to find it, man. That's going to be fame of YAHAWASHI getting that glory. It ain't your glory. It ain't my glory. They're not looking for me. No, they're looking for the words, man. Okay? That we're speaking. And those words are prophecy, which is being fulfilled, man. Okay? All right? You have to stay on that path and look at that spiritual, man. The end. Consider the end. All right? Meditate on YAHAWASHI putting a crown on you, man. All right? That nothing else should matter, man. Did you get in that? Did you start that race because you wanted to? When you was lacing up them shoes, you just wanted to show how fast? No, man. Okay? The scripture say the race is not to the fast or to the swift or the speed. Okay? No, you were handpicked to do a job, man. All right? Okay, and you have to give diligence to make that calling, all right, an election sure of that, man, of that job, okay? Esteeming his words, all right, above your food, and making sure you feeding his sheep, all right? You cannot despise that correction, man. You're not just going to go out to the field and have a good time laboring, man. No, nobody goes to work and happy about being a slave, man. All right? This labor is a labor of love, but what? It's a labor of difficulty. That's why all men don't have that drive, all right, to do it, man. All men don't have that faith, okay? All right, all men do not have faith, okay? Proverbs chapter 3, verse 12. For whom YAHAWASHI loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son, right? AHBAD is correcting you, man. All right? And that's a beautiful thing, man. For wisdom to actually enter into you, man, and deal with you. Scripture says she take you on that path. All right, she try you, you know. That's a beautiful thing to be tried because you're being brought out, man. Okay? The spirit is being brought out of you, man. All right? The things which can only enter into holy souls, all right, is being brought out of you, man. And that's going to come and shine, all right, by persecutions and tribulations and sufferings, okay? Going through that, you have to look at it spiritually. You got to look at the beauty in that, man. You could have been an average Jake out here, man. Through, okay? All right? Through, no hope, man. No hope. You through. Don't know the names, don't know. How are you going to know where you're going if you don't know where you come from? You could be through out here, man. I could through. No, the Lord actually showed me where I come from. All right? I have an unction to know these things, man. Power. I have a source. I have treasures, man. Okay? You have to look at it spiritually. You have treasure. Every time you pick up the Bible, you're going into the treasure chest. Okay? You got to look at that spiritually, man. You have to, man. Okay? And the deeper you go, the more you find out, like, damn, well, I'm rich. The deeper you go, it's like, hey, and what? A man selleth all that he have for that chest, man. Hey, did not YAHAWASHI get that treasure chest? Did not YAHAWASHI get that parable? The kingdom of heaven is likened unto that parable, man. Okay, and what? And Ezra says is what? It's set on a hill, or roughly to say it's set in a narrow place. Roughly to say, you brothers know the prophecy. All right, or the parable, all right, and fire on the left, water on the right, roughly to say. But only one man can enter in, straight and narrow, all right. You know, so you have to look at that spiritual, man. Okay, because at the end of the day, only the elect is going to get through that because of their faith. All right, they're not despising the correction; they're looking at it spiritually. That's that portion of that cup going through these tribulations, man. I would rather go through it spiritually than feeling my flesh being consumed. Okay? You got to question that, man. You got to question yourself, man. You got to examine yourself. Damn, I don't want to go through that fire physical. Well, damn, what I got to do? Continuing to read, show myself approved, study, watch videos, build up my faith and my character. Damn, just have faith, believe. All right? Feed the sheep. Okay? Because what you feeding the sheep is you in the work, man, in the spirit. Okay? You can't despise that, man. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom. Kind. So if you endure, you're going to find wisdom. It's not wisdom and knowledge going to be our stability in the times we're coming into. All right? Hey, wisdom and knowledge is our stability, which the word stability means one, which is faith. So us going into the scriptures, getting an understanding of it that was taught unto us, all right, from the elders of Great Millstone on down, all right. In that knowledge, acknowledgement, all right, that there is a power in the heavens that set up powers and thrones and dominions, okay, and he's ruling over all that, man. Damn, so I understand that. That's my stability through getting through hardships, man. Okay? And guess what? It also says in Isaiah 33:6, the strength of our salvation, man. So the strength of our salvation, all right, is what? Is wisdom and knowledge, man. Because through that, what? Through that, you get fear. You fear YAHAWASHI. Like, damn, I'm glad he put me through this. So I ain't got to go through this shit physical, man. All right? These people don't even understand they going down a path that leads to physical fire, man. Being consumed. And we can see that, man. Thousands, 10,000s of people dead around you, man. Okay? That's why I should say comfort one another with these words. We got to constantly comfort each other before that time comes when ain't going to be no more comfort, man. All right? Watching video. Man. Okay? That's why scripture say brotherly love continue. Okay? Proverbs chapter 3, verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom. Kind, you finding wisdom in all the things you're going through, man. All right? It says, in the man that getteth understanding, kind, the Lord is, because what? It says, matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. 2 Peter's. All right? This is 2 Peter's chapter 1, verse 5. And besides this, I'm going to start at verse 4. Whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises. Because when you're reading Hebrews, it says what? All these died in faith, but not receiving the promise, man. We are the children of the prophets. We are the children of great men, okay? And we have great promises, man. All right? We have great things ahead of us. I'm on fire right now. You know, spirit just flamed up right now. You know? But we have great things ahead of us, man. That great thing that's ahead of us is YAHAWASHI, man. That light at the end of the tunnel, okay? Don't get overtaken by the darkness around you. Don't look to the left or the right, man. Let thy eye be single. Look at the light, man. Look at YAHAWASHI redeeming your soul, man. Okay? Okay? That's what it's about. Look at YAHAWASHI. You calling on his name, man. Not despising the things that I'm talking about YAHAWASHI spanking your ass right now, man. But, hey, look at the example that was set before us. Look at what Apostle Paul suffered. He said, if any man glory in the flesh, in Philippians, the 3rd chapter, let I, you know, roughly to say, man. Look at the things he suffered, man, for this truth, all right? He even asked the Lord 3 times, thrice, okay, to remove that thorn out of his flesh, man, whatever it was. And what the Lord said, look, my grace is sufficient for you, man. So how much more us? We ain't no different. We ain't no greater than Paul, man, even though the scriptures say the least shall be the greatest in the kingdom. That's all of us, man. Okay? These are the things that we have to suffer so that we can be glorified, man. Okay? All right? You cannot despise that. You have to look at that spiritually. All right? 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 4. Whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these you might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. Right? So we have these promises, all right, exceeding great and precious, man. Okay? Promises given unto us. When we out there in those corners, on the highways and hedges, putting on these lessons, we have precious things given unto us, man. And what is that? Knowledge and understanding. Okay? That's how we escaping, through our faith, we're escaping corruption, man. Through your belief. All right, that's that law of faith. Okay, YAHAWASHI gave us a law, man, a commandment. He said, anything you ask in my name, it shall be given unto you, man. If you do the things that are commanded, that I command you, man. The Lord commanded us to do these things, man. All right? Okay? This is a great calling, man. Only great man can do this, man. Great man. And in order to be a great man, you have to have faith. The Lord is pleased with faith, man. Okay? Only way you can get strong in faith, all right, is going through that fire. You got to look at it spiritually, man. Okay? Would you rather go through a physical fire or a spiritual fire, man? All right? Okay? I mean, that's just what it is. Because that physical fire, all right? 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 5. And besides this, all right, so besides us being partakers of the divine nature, escaping the corruption that is in the world through lust, besides that, it says, giving all diligence, add to your faith, right? So reading builds up the faith. It adds to your faith, man. Okay? And why is that? Because what did Yahawashi say? He said, man shall not live by bread alone, okay? But by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahawashi, okay? How do you get that word? By a teacher, okay? And then what? Then you being a disciple, being disciplined, then you get brought up, okay, desiring the sincere milk, okay? Then you go through that fire, man. Then what? You become a man, a great man of faith, and you get built up in the spirit, man. And the Lord starts to deal with you, man. Because what we brought out in Proverbs 3, whom the Lord loveth, he corrected, man. Okay? All right? So despise not the chastening. You got to look at it spiritually, man. Okay? It says, and besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith. And it says virtue, right? Virtue. Did not Yahawashi say when that lady touched him? All right? She said, if I can just touch the hem of his garment, she can be healed. We have virtue, man. Okay? He said, when she touched him, what did Yahawashi say? Everybody's around him. Imagine that, man. You got to put yourself thousands of years ago there, man. All the Hebrew Israelites, Jake was just surrounding Yahawashi at that time. He had his disciples around him. Yahawashi had that austere look. Yahawashi was, man, bro, words cannot express. Okay? The book cannot contain Yahawashi, man. He was the word of the Most High, man. Okay? In the flesh, amongst us. Yeah, man. And we those men, we were there with him, man. Okay? So imagine Jake just around you. All you hear is voices. Right? That's what Yahawashi was going through, man. And what was Yahawashi meditating on the whole time? Everything he did, he was meditating on that business, on that job he had to finish, that course to redeem Israel. Okay? All of us. That's why he said, I am that 44. Damn, my battery charge on 44%. That's crazy. That's the spirit, you know? Mercy. But he said what? I come not to judge the world, but to save it. That's why Yahawashi means deliverer, man. Okay? So going back to what I was talking about, through the spirit, all right? Imagine everybody around Yahawashi. All he hear, Yahawashi, just everything, you know? All the miracles he did. One miracle changed everything, man. Okay? And one miracle in this time going to change the whole course of Hollywood, man. Okay? All right? Everybody is going to know that Yahawashi is the power source, man. All right? All flesh, man. Ain't no escaping him, man. That the earth is at his foot, man. Okay? The heavens can't contain him, man. All right? He's a God of all flesh and the Father of all spirits, man. You people are sleeping on the power. You people sleeping on the source, man. All right? But not to get off topic. Imagine everybody around Yahawashi, man. That lady touched him. Okay? What did Yahawashi say? He said, who touched me? What did the disciples say at that time? Okay? They said, Lord, Lord, everybody around you, I'm touching. What you mean who touched you? That's why when they asked him, why couldn't we do these things? He said, because of your faith. Yahawashi is that man, man. You got to look at it spiritually, man. You got to look at it spiritually. We need him, man. That's the source, okay? By default, if you worship Yahawashi, you worship the Heavenly Father, okay? That's why his name is, he said, I would give him a name greater than all men, roughly the same, man. His name shall be great, man, all right? Colossians, the 1st chapter, all right? But not to get off topic, they couldn't understand what he was saying. All right, it was like, you know, like, Yahawashi, what you mean? Okay, all right. Yahawashi was like, look, you know, he said, virtue has left me, man. Virtue has left him. So in order for that virtue to have lead him, somebody had to have faith. Somebody there had some extreme faith, bro. You understand? She said, if I touch, she was on a blood, period for like, I think it was like, I don't want to, you know, throw it off, but it was like a couple months, man. No, yeah, it probably been some years, no, okay. But she said, if I could just touch the hem of his garment, man, not him. If I could just touch the hem, she believed in that. She said, if I, that's why I could say, any man that believeth on me, he shall not see death. Believest thou this? Do you believe that, man? That's the breakdown of John 3:16. Do you believe in Yahawashi? Only the Israelites can, okay? And the sheep that heareth his voice, that's the elect, okay? But virtue left him, all right? So that's why it says, into knowledge, sloth. And besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue. Kind. So the more reading you do, the more it builds up in your faith, and the more virtue you have, which is power, man. It says, into virtue, knowledge, right? So then you understand how that you acknowledge that power and who gave you that power, all right? It says, unto knowledge, temperance, right? Then you understand how to control that power, man. Okay, how to go from normal form to super saiyan, man. All right, okay, how to control that, man. And the Lord is ultimately going to give us that ultimate spiritual power, all right, which will be physical, all right. And we're going through the righteous acts to know how to tame that, man. How to know how to control these things, man. Because it's coming a time where the Lord is actually going to spiritually divine, through divine nature, all right, to overcome all this wickedness around here, man, okay, to upset these guys out here, man, and their thoughts to fulfill a one world order, man, okay, because ain't nothing else going to stop them but spiritual power, but the divine intervention of Yahawashi, man, and using men to be his weapons, all right, and using his men to be battle axes and weapons of war, man. Making the creature his weapon, man. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, man. All right. Okay. All right. Actually making this word that we possess, all right, this spiritual power that we have in the spirit, actually making it physical, man. The Lord is getting ready to do that, man, with certain men. All right. You got to believe, you got to look at that spiritual. Okay. All right. It says, and to knowledge, temperance, right? Which the etymology of the word temperance just basically means self-control. All right, so acknowledging the power, all right, then you get built up, all right, and then what? You learn how to be temperance, man, temporal, all right. You can't go super saiyan at the job. You gotta be Clark Kent, baby. You feel me? But when you go out there on those corners and you do videos, then you Superman, man. Then you super saiyan, man. All right, then you turned up, man, for Yahawashi. That's your occupation. That's your job. That's your livelihood daily, okay? Being a Hebrew Israelite every day, man. All right? Okay? Strong in faith, man. All right? On a sure rock, man. All right? Okay? On a sure rock, man. We on a rock solid foundation here, man. Okay? Yahawashi don't lose. And he ain't losing. Okay? It says, into temperance, patience, right? And another word for patience is suffering. Just tell you, with much knowledge comes grief, roughly to say. All right, and the scripture say what? Also wisdom maketh a man's face to shine, man. All right, but what? Surely oppression, being oppressed, maketh a wise man mad. So we have to have patience in waiting on our Redeemer, man. Okay, being like, when you really look at it, you be like, fuck, I can't do shit, man. You know, but what? I gotta go out and do this work. Okay, I gotta have patience. That's why the scripture say, in your patience, in your sufferings, possess your soul, man. You know? Wait. Scripture say, he that love the Lord, wait. Okay? Let me get that. Psalms 27, I think, through the Spirit. All right? Let's get that real quick. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 27. Oh, kind of, I'm going to get it at, it's 37. But this is beautiful right here. Psalms 27 verse 7. YAHAWASHI is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoiceth, and with my song will I praise him. Come. YAHAWASHI is our strength and our shield. Look at the things that King David suffered to get to the position he was in. Okay, he said he is that song. Let me read that again. He said, and with my song will I praise him. Right, you got to keep singing that song, man. That song of redemption. All right, that song of salvation, man. Okay, okay. All right, and this is what the men of the Lord will be doing, man. They will constantly be singing that song that everybody can't get that song, man. We have piping to you, man. All right, so this is for us. Okay, comforting and edifying and exhorting us, man, constantly. And through that counsel, that holy conversation, 1/3 of our people will believe in this, man. Because they will also look at it spiritual, because look at the leaders, man. Okay? It was always a remnant that led or judge, all right, or judges, all right, or men that YAHAWASHI would raise up, all right, that would be leaders over the flock, okay? You got to look at that spiritual. The Lord making moves right now, man, in the spirit, man. Heavy chess game is going on right now, okay? All right, behind closed doors, man, okay? YAHAWASHI is occupied right now, man, on a daily basis. The scripture say, he that giveth his mind over to the law will be occupied in that prophecy, man. His mind. That's why King David said, my heart trusted in him. Okay, you got to trust in the Lord with all thine heart, man. Lean not to your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him. Look at it spiritually. Okay, you ain't watching videos for no reason, man. You ain't going out for no reason. You ain't suffering for no reason. All right, the Lord will not forget your work, man, and labor of love, man. All right, if thou continue in the things which thou hast learned. Got to keep saying that to the spirit. All right, moving on to Psalms 37 and verse, I think, 14. Nah, that's not it. Let me grab this real quick through the spirit, because the spirit wanted this to come out nasty right now. Okay. All right, because, hey, man, looking at the spiritual, all right, we already redeemed, man. We overcome by what? This word. And if you stick to the word, you're going to be a part of that word of life, man. All right? Wait for him. There it is, Psalms 37 and 7, the water YAHAWASHI. It says, rest in the Lord, YAHAWASHI. Right, rest in him. What does that mean, rest in him, man? Okay. Where do we find rest in the comfort? In the spirit. Rest in the trust, in the fear, in the faith of YAHAWASHI. Stay in the spirit, man. That's what that rest in the Lord means. Okay? Stick to the faith. Stick to the doctrine. Stick to the truth. Stick to the source. He has never failed. He has never lost. All right? And that's our power. That's our power, man. Okay? Ain't no censoring the truth. And ain't no censoring him. He said, my word shall not return unto him void, man. Okay? All flesh shall come and bow down to YAHAWASHI and shall acknowledge him, man. So rest in that, man. Believe, have faith, continue. Okay? Which once again, because repetition, Elder Apostle Bar always say that repetition is the father of skill, you know. Rest in faith, man. Okay? It says, rest in YAHAWASHI and wait patiently for him. All right? So wait for YAHAWASHI patiently, man. All right? Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, right? Because of the wickedness. The scriptures say how often a wicked cut off. All right? Okay, speedily, man. Okay? All right, YAHAWASHI got a speedy riddance unto all wickedness. Wickedness is sown up, man. But as for faith, it shall flourish. Okay? It says, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass, right? And who is that? So-called white man, Esau, Edom, man. Because his new world order looked like it's being shaped and fashioned. All right? No, scriptures tell you his days is numbered, man. All right, there's a set time to where this man is going to have to give up the ghost. You got to give the spirit up, man, on his kingdom. which YAHAWASHI, which the Heavenly Father, all right, is going to give YAHAWASHI that order to come down here and dethrone everybody, man. Okay? Many crowns. Hey, the Lord, YAHAWASHI, is not coming as a man, so ain't no running out of energy, man. Ain't no durability, all right? Ain't no loss of stamina, all right? YAHAWASHI coming in the spirit, man. He coming, the Lord from heaven, straight power, and that's what you got to be meditating on, man, you know? And guess what? He gonna make us just like him in that time. Whoever those men is that's gonna be ground troops. All right. It says into going back to 2 Peter 1. It says into patience, godliness, kind. All right. So with that suffering, we learn how to adapt. We adapt the characteristics of being having godly traits, man. All right. Patience, waiting, okay, constantly feeding the flock, constantly in the spirit. You know, watching the elders. All right. Okay, stay enduring, man. All right, so my last precept I'm going to close out on, all right, in the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. All right, Zechariah chapter 13, verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, kind. So the Lord said, and will try them as gold is tried. Okay. All right. The Lord is getting ready to make up, all right, his jewels, man. All right. The men who are actually sighing and crying and hoping that YAHAWASHI not only redeem the whole nation, but individually redeem them. Because they don't want to die, man. They don't want to be left out here, man. All right. And behind closed doors, they putting up prayers constantly, man. You know, they meditating on the things that's going to happen, man. All right, they in the spirit, you know, occupied in prophecy, man. You know, that's what YAHAWASHI is looking at, man. Okay. His eyes are upon the righteous, man. His ears open up to their cries, man. But his face is against them that do evil, man. Okay. All right. So they're in the trick bag. Okay. You ain't getting over YAHAWASHI. Scripture say that the sins of this place reach the heavens, man. All right. It says, and I will try them as gold is tried. Kind of acceptable men are thrown in the furnace of adversity, man. They shall call on my name, YAHAWASHI, all right, and I will hear them. I will say it is my people, and they shall say YAHAWASHI is my power, kind. All right, and that's the time we coming into, man. The sealing of the 144,000 and the 1/3, okay. All right, and through them calling on the names of YAHAWASHI, which is that strong tower, which is that power, all right. Okay, they're going to be redeemed. The Lord will not forsake nor leave them, man. All right, they will not be confounded. Scripture tell you, I have been young and now I'm old and have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his young ones or his young begging for bread, man. All right, nor his seed begging for bread. You know, the water. You know. All right, so we in some beautiful times, man. The redemption of the elect because of their faith and depending on YAHAWASHI as their source, because we ain't independent, man. All right. Okay. We dependent on the spirit. We dependent on our power. All right. And you have to look at that spiritually. Okay. Going through adversities and going through fire. All right. Spiritually, you got to look at that spiritual, man. Because you don't want to go through it physical. All right. So Lord's will, you know, this was edifying to younger Akim or the elect or whoever that message was for. All right. And call halal YAHAWASHI and the wadi YAHAWASHI for the spirit and truth. And there's always double honors to my apostles, the elders of great millstone, who were well and taught me this truth through the spirit, Bakathum. Salutations, as always, to the Zaquanian Wa'akim across the four corners of the earth that's teaching this truth and sincerity, faith, and honesty, and uplifting the names of YAHAWASHI. All right, in the work, all right, feeding the flock, all right, and Shalom, Wahabathum,